Hey there everyone, this is Tzipkin. I'm here with a how to draw tutorial. Today we'll hopefully be drawing something that looks a little bit like this. This is my basic sketch that we'll be working off of today. Okay, so let's get started. You will need two different levels of pencil. I'm using a 2B and a 6B just because it's easier to see on the camera, and you will also most likely need an eraser. Okay, let's go. Fresh sheet of paper. Let's do this. Okay, so if you also look at our previous sketch, you may notice that there's a lot of detail in the hair and such, but we're not going to be focusing on that mostly. We're just going to be focusing on the basics. So let's start off with a basic circle. It really doesn't have to be perfect. I normally am really bad at circles, and it's just to see like where I'm going to put down my guidelines. So first I actually square off the circle. Square it a little bit by the sides, just to give a sense of cheekbones, I guess, of facial structure. And then by the tips, see like right here by this basic curve, I'm gonna curve it a bit to create the chin. So I know in most drawings people like really pointy chins. I just feel like that's not very realistic because most people don't have triangles for faces. And I think that this is a more aesthetically pleasing to me personally. So basic way to do this, and let's just round it out to indicate the skull. So we're going to also draw a line we can approximate because these guidelines can really be used for anyone, and I know most people do not have rulers, and I really hate guidelines myself. I usually love jumping into a drawing and just like using my eraser all the time to sketch out everything. So we have the guideline down here. We're also going to indicate the eyes. So if you divide it, I guess, into fourths, then, or thirds, this is about a third of the way down, is going to be the bottom of the eye. I guess a third of the way up, a little bit less than that, or more, is going to be the top of the eyes. Okay, that's our basics. So for the eye, it's actually a very simple eye. We're going to create the upper eyelid. Now here's a big tip for drawing eyes and basically faces in general. Always work on all parts at the same time. Never just stick on making one eye because you'll most likely not be able to replicate that. So draw the other eyelid. And we're going to draw a little indication of the outer eye. It's just a little, like angled line over there. And then we're going to draw a not complete circle because we're going to add a highlight too in the upper right corner because we have decided that our light source is coming in from this way. Don't forget, work on both eyes at the same time. It's just a good tip for drawing in general, like if you're working on, I don't know, a landscape or say even a tree, like landscapes on a tree. If you only work on like one branch and one tree in the landscape, it might not look so, what's the word? Symmetrical. I mean, unless you're going for that look. We're also going to drop in some pupils. I don't like filling in my pupils all the way. I think it adds a bit of extra shine. I'm just going to shade this in real quick. Be mindful of the light source. And dropping in the nose, if you come over here, and about halfway through is about where we want to put our mouth. And then from here to here is about halfway through. We'll just drop an itty bitty nose. I just like having my people smile. And I know some people like doing this, where you like erase a little bit. And a little indication of the lower lip. Okay, back to the eyes. Sorry, I didn't complete those. We add little lines for the upper eyelids, and eyebrows, give them whatever eyebrows you want, really. Eyebrows define the character, and for these two parts, you really could do anything you want. Oh, yeah, ears. Ears, you see these two lines? These are mostly where our ears are going to go. Lower eyelid. So ears in general, lots of times come a little bit past where the eye actually goes. A little bit up, a little bit down. Also depending on the age of the character, because in real life anatomy, eyes and ears, ears and noses are constantly growing. So you'll always have older characters having larger noses and ears, and younger characters usually having very small ears and noses. Okay, onto the hair. This hairstyle, which I made, is a very basic hairstyle, and we're not going to work on these details of the highlights and everything. We're just going to try for the basic shape. I think it's a very fun hairstyle. So if you imagine, about here we take these two lines, move it up. This is approximately where the hairline should be. Well, for some characters, some people have like 8 heads, in which case they're bald, and some people only have like the hair coming down to here. Some people have widow's peaks, and yeah, basically for most hair you designate a point where the part should be, and I've chosen over here. And you can usually like around here is where I want my hair to be, like that's the stop point. Like some spikes will go up higher, but this is around where I want everything to go. So I don't like definite points, definite splits. So I tend to actually add a little spike over here. And here's my part. Here's my other part. So this is a fun hairstyle because all you have to do really from now on is go crazy. Add whatever you want, see? And this, I don't know, very flary hair. And yeah, I don't like that one. You can see with this hairstyle, you can really do whatever you feel like. Just add that. And I'm just looking back at this one and I realize I made him a little bit too pudgy. Just gonna get rid of, let's just fix up his chin. Just a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit better. Don't want it too crazy fat, but don't want it too crazy skinny, because like I said before, I don't like that pointed chin aspect. So we're also going to get rid of some of these lines because they're a little bit confusing for me. That's why I don't really like guidelines. Just get rid of these. And really from here, I think you can just pull out the darker pencil, or even if you want pens, darker the ink, I don't really know if there's a difference. And oh, let's drop in the neck real quick. I think I'm probably just gonna time lapse from here because I'm not sure how long this video is. And if you have any questions or comments, like, this is really my first tutorial video and not entirely sure what I'm doing. You can totally just leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section, obviously, and I think I'm just gonna go into time lapse. See you. Okay, so basically, all I really did was go in, add the shines for the hair. I darkened everything up because I know that a lot of artists and cartoonists like to make the outlines particularly darker compared to the details. I think it's just mostly a style thing that most artists do when it comes to cartoon or manga. There's also, if anyone wants to a specific thing to work on, a specific tutorial they're looking forward to, we can leave any suggestions or comments below. Planning on doing an eye tutorial next. If someone wants specific eyes to work on, leave them down below and I could try and add them into the video. And I think that's it. I hope this tutorial helped you. I don't know how much it could. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.